Thank you, guys. And we're really glad to be here, and thanks so much for staying with us at 8 with this temperature. So we'll keep it very short, and hopefully we will give you a few updates really interesting. So I'm Alessandro, I'm the founder of Jur. This is Alessio Treglia, our new CTO, that I love that he joined our journey. You will hear more about him in a few minutes. So today we are going to give you, essentially address 2 points. One point is why the future of governance is Web3, and vice versa, of course. And we will guide you through a few very tangible and concrete product updates of Jur. So first of all, just a kind of very quick overview. Many great revolutions already happened in the last 20 or 30 years. If we want just to take a few examples, look at Google, 1998. They started from a garage, and in a couple of decades, they scaled to 1 billion more users. Facebook, social networks, online communities, 2004. Bitcoin, 2008. Before 2008, it would have been quite, I would say, weird to think of a new currency, but this already happened. What do all these great revolutions have in place? Probably when they started really small, and maybe some aspects of that specific revolution maybe got overlooked at that time. Now, which are some of the interesting use cases in Web3? Well, DeFi, future of finance, NFTs. I personally think that NFTs are currently expressing less than 0.1% of their real potential. And DAOs are, in my view, an initial good model for managing certain needs, such as, for example, protocol upgrades, but they can be definitely improved. So the interesting question is, what is going to be one of the next big revolutions that today nobody really talk about? So our answer and our focus at Jur has always been in the governance area. So if you think for a while, usually the 40% of the GDP of a country, or up to the 50%, is managed by governments. So it represents public expenditure. If you think for a while, everything in the daily life, as a citizen, as a family member, and so far and so on a daily basis, needs some sort of forms of governance at the civic level, at the commune level, regions, and so far and so on. There is a huge total addressable market, and the more we go ahead, the more there is a friction between the digital life that we live every day and how the services are managed by public organizations. Lastly, and more importantly, if you stop for a while and you think, where Web3 really makes sense, where really transparency and accountability matters, probably this is going to be the area of common goods and public services. So let me give you a simple example which could be easier to grasp. So let's take the email. I think that in the last 48 hours, you all have sent or received more than a couple of emails, right? I don't think that you have sent or received a traditional snail mail in the last 48 hours. Why? Because the email is inherently superior as a medium, almost for every use case compared to the traditional postal service. If we ask to ChatGPT the reason why, we will get a few reasons. It's fast, it's cheap, it's almost free, depending on the solution you want to use. Well, if we ask the same question to ChatGPT about what about Web3 and governance, we will receive probably similar answers. So our thesis is that in 20 years from now, it will be quite inevitable to think of Web3 as a foundational technology for governing the public life of communities. So what is the Jur approach and what we are doing? So we are building a layer of different trustless logics that other builders or parachains, like for example Monsama, can easily use. And on top of it, and most importantly, a series of products extremely easy to use. Today, we would like to guide you through two of them, very briefly, the Society DApp and Open Justice Platform. I will leave with this the word to Alessio for guiding us through the Society DApp.
Okay. Hi. Okay, thank you. What is it? Hi. So the Society DApp. Our target audience are those communities, those groups of people that need tools that offer a higher degree of flexibility than those offered by the DAOs already in existence. And for instance, I can actually go on, such as influencers, Twitch streamers, sports clubs, Web3 guilds, NGOs, and also network states that aim to aggregate people and groups of people around a common cause. So what are the differences between a society and a DAO? A DAO, even the terminology of a DAO has been used and abused widely. It works. DAOs work. We've seen it in action and they work. But DAOs work very well when the community of people that are involved share a common objective, which tends to be a financial objective. DAOs work very well in case of funds management, for instance. And you are a member of a DAO and you also have assets. Therefore, you have a voting power which is proportional to the assets you hold. Well, a society is different. A society is founder-led. It tends to put the focus on people, so people come first, and it's one person, one vote. For instance, we believe firmly that in governance is a set of very complicated problems. So the DAO model doesn't really fit very well into other models. For instance, the society model, where a member of society might actually be poor, holding no assets. Still, the membership has nothing to do, it's not linked in any way whatsoever with financial concept or with the holding of any assets. For instance, as you can see, this table compares very well, briefly, concisely, the typical DAO model where you have a voting system usually based on tokens, while it's a network state, you have one person, one vote. So it's membership-based. And membership, like I said before, in a society, even in real life, when you are a citizen of a country, you're a member of it, but it doesn't really have anything to do with your wealth. Then governance. Governance in DAO, there is usual mechanisms are collective voting. Why is the network state that it's a potentially more centralized, as in there is a governance model, but it's defined by the own citizens, by the members of the society. And then, like I said before, the DAO, one of the objectives, usually main objectives of DAO are management of funds, management of investments or assets in general. Whilst a society can actually manage certain aspects of life. So, well, the alpha is out, so please, you do sign up for the beta, because the DApp alpha version is already out, but we're going to release the beta in a few weeks. So please do sign up and create societies, because we made, creating societies is hard. We made a piece of cake. So what you can do, you can create a society, you can assign a name, you can assign roles, you can invite your friends, invite the members to the society, and then you create the foundations of it. So you can create, the citizen can actually upload and create the set of values, the core values, principles, norms, traditions, customs, habits, so that the society actually is defined, can actually be defined as a sort of properties. Then NFT passports. Well, this is quite a nice thing to talk about, because our NFT passports are the ultimate passports you will ever need. Okay, but it's actually an NFT passport it truly represents your status within the community. And you can mint, as a founder, you can mint your NFT passports so that a member can actually show verification, show a proof that they have the right to be a member of the society. You can customize the branding, the name, the headline. You can do anything you want. Your society is really, the details of your society are really up to you. And then issue badges. Well, what are our badges? Our badges are, well, potentially a foundation of your reputation-based system. You can issue NFT badges in order to recognize value, recognize contributions made by the members, and they can earn these badges. Basically, sort of credentials for the members. Let's move on. Fundraise, yes, it's quite important. Your society can raise funds, and the funds can be administered and managed by a committee of delegates that will make decisions, manage the treasury expenditures, keep a record of the decisions made, and ultimately report to the founders and the community itself in order to provide transparency and accountability. And
the word goes back to me. So thanks, Alessio. We decided to have this kind of presentation in 2 last minutes because it was so late. We said, okay, let's try to add some, have more than one presenter. I will give you just a quick overview on our flagship product that we have built in the past. And you might be familiar with arbitration. In very short terms, we have built the first Web3 legally binding arbitration system. And we are going to iterate on the pallet side in the next few weeks and months publicly. So we will seek also on this side feedback, and we will ask proactively also to run some demo with us. I can't announce how because it's not allowed, but you will see some stuff happening here. What is this complex matter for, and what do we do? Let's give you an example, very simply. You might be familiar with the Polkadot treasury, with the Kusama treasury, or with treasuries in general for DAOs. There is an immense problem out there still now. Even in this bear market, the Polkadot treasury is still worth, I think, more than $200 million worth dollars in DOT, of course. Well, what's the problem? Once the funds are actually sent to a recipient for delivering something, if something bad happens or if an under-delivery happens, there is no real remedy, right? There is no real system of a neutral assessment from a third party. We are going to provide this neutral assessment by a pool of vetted arbitrators. This is going to be one of multiple systems of dispute resolution methodologies or online dispute resolution systems. We have been in this space since a while. We have done quite a few things in this space, including working with institutions and governments, delivering public procurements on this matter. But in short term, what you will get from this platform and actually solution will be to have a simple way for opening disputes, solving your disputes or eventually disputes from community members in a simple and fast and efficient way. The procedure will be fully online, of course. The hearing, if needed and required by the specific, actually, the lab, you can decide which level of legal enforceability you want to have. If you want to have the highest, there might be a need of an online hearing. It will be done on platform. This is a hybrid solution, on-chain and off-chain, in order to make sure that it's legally binding. So, in short term, the enforcement of the decision, for example, on the money in escrow, is going to be enforceable both off-chain and on-chain. So this is a quick update of 2 products. One production ready, the Open Justice platform, and the alpha release of the Society app. We have also a few updates to share with you very fast. So I'm super happy to announce that this guy actually... Much younger then. Oh yeah, he was... But you're still very elegant, even if you're not as young as this picture. So, as you might know, if you follow us, and thanks again for staying with us in this super hot room at 8 p.m. I'm sweating so much. So we got, I'm incredibly proud to announce also here Alessio Treglia joining our team. So he has been in Web3 since, I would say, quite a while, and you did a lot of things, right? So your last role was as CTO of the company behind Cosmos, Ignite, formerly Tendermint. So he has been behind the launch of Cosmos Hub and the development of the Cosmos SDKs. Wow, so a super CTO for this team. Our team has been super happy to have you on board. Before this experience, you have been working, he covers several roles, but most importantly, we got in line on the vision to build, and we are going to push forward also getting more fast and faster in delivering. Every 2 weeks, you will see features coming up and stuff coming out.
You made me emotional every time.
You can offer me a beer if you want after it. I need some liquids after it. So one other important update for those ones of you that maybe will start following us right now, we released our solo chain for now. We took initially a kind of contrarian approach. So as far as we know, this is the first chain in Dotsama with a deflationary system in place. So we are not rewarding validators now or collators tomorrow with an inflationary mechanic. You will find more information on our documentation. This system is going to evolve. We are working on the tokenomics 2.0. The chain is live, up and running with the first validators. If you want to become a validator, get in touch with us, write on Discord. We will be very glad to reach out, talk to you. Another important update is on the Society app. We wanted to work for the users, so we adopted a radical user-centric approach. This meant that we did a society award before launching the product, and it was quite a success. So we got 53 different teams, representative of 500,000 plus members. And every, I would say, week, we have 1-2 different communities running a demo with them, getting feedback, and somehow every week we get essentially one community more that will use in the next couple of weeks the beta and will join the upcoming beta program with us. Brad, the product lead of our team, is doing a great job, and we got an immense, for now, really good feedback. We would love to give you a demo, so please don't hesitate to book us a call. Let's jump in 30 minutes 101. We would like to show you the preview of this product, getting all your feedback, questions, concerns, advices. Our goal is to really try to make this product and this network the easiest way for creating a Web3 organization, having fun, and you will see many things happening from this moment onwards. And as I was mentioning, we released already the alpha, and you will find also more information on the website. The copy of the website is being updated, so next week you will find probably a better explanation of almost everything. And we are so happy to have, we have a long list of, I would say, users or communities we are super proud of working with. The first one that is already announced, and we love to work with them, is of course Monsama. As Adam was mentioning, we will power them for letting them to have a very easy to use governance system in place for, as you know guys, one of the most exciting communities in Web3 and in Dotsama for sure. We love to work with the team, so, and you will hear in the next few weeks about many more actually communities and partners that we are working with already in stealth mode. Last but not least, for those ones that have been with us since a while, we started our project on a different layer. Finally, it's going to be possible to move the Jur token on the Jur chain. We deployed a token swapped app that might come handy also in the future. It should be really easy to use. Please give it a look, give us a feedback. Within 48 hours, I would say it will be officially actually possible for every one of you that already holds Jur to migrate the Jur tokens on the Jur chain. And with these, guys, thanks a lot again for staying with us so late, and let's catch up for anything. And Alessio,
thank you very much
again.
for sticking around, indeed.
Woo!
Thank you. Thank you.